has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you know, Mike, the 48.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Check 37. Check 37. Check safety.
They'll run with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Ultra. Go ultra. Go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now back to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Lance. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And this is so uncharacteristic for him this season. Back-to-back interceptions from a guy who's taken really good care of the ball so far this season. Got to give credit to the defensive coaches, the players on the opposing sideline. Excellent preparation, even better execution.
Lance now on first down. This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Drake Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And some room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 58 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Well, this is caught by Williams. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check, check. Ready, go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance from 17 yards out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
56. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here on the ball now. Switch.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a final return for the 49er touchdown. McCann now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Swift going to try up the middle. Takes it to about the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready up. What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Big stop, G.
Once again, it's Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
79 Broncos.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw.
Hey, turn it up.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The fullback dive held up short. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Green. Watch steal. Check steal.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist. Twist.
Touch, go.
McCaffrey on the counter. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
You got tight right there. Check 15. Check 15.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Strike.
Check 52. Under crunch.
Ready.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now. Blue, 32.
Right there. 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. They gonna need some therapy after this.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.